Dear friends, in this video we are going to discuss about the advantages of learning SAP controlling module. In our previous videos, we have discussed very clearly about why to learn this SAP controlling module and what are the prerequisites and basic requirements for learning this controlling module. Now in this video, we will learn about or we will discuss about the various advantages of learning SAP controlling module from the consultant's point of view. So in this video we will discuss each and everything in detail regarding the advantages of learning SAP controlling module. The first advantage is that once after completing this SAP controlling module, all the functional consultants will be getting strong knowledge in understanding of the entire end-to-end business processes and used cases of SAP controlling module. That means once if the consultants are successfully completed this SAP CO module, then these consultants will be getting strong knowledge and understanding of the end-to-end business processes and used cases of SAP controlling module. The second major advantage is that the consultants will be getting strong knowledge and strong analysis and strong understanding of the SAP CO implementation configurations, namely controlling area configuration, cost center accounting configuration, profit center accounting configuration, internal orders configuration, planning and budgeting configuration, controlling and profitability analysis, that is COPA configuration. So once after completing successfully this controlling module, the SAP CO consultants will be getting more knowledge, or they will be getting more implementation knowledge in implementing the very important configurations for CO module, namely controlling area configuration, cost center accounting configuration, similarly profit center accounting configuration, and different internal orders configuration, and planning and budgeting configuration, and also COPA configuration, that is controlling and profitability analysis configuration. Regarding this COPA configuration, we have discussed in our earlier videos. This controlling and profitability analysis COPA configuration involves 5 different SAP applications, namely SAP FI application, SAP controlling module, SAP sales and distribution application, SAP materials management application, and also SAP production planning application as well. One more advantage after learning this SAP controlling module is that all the consultants will be getting strong knowledge in analyzing the main requirements that has to be implemented in the SAP CO module for generating balance sheets. That means what? For creating balance sheets, we need different input and output data. That means different credit and debit entries. So we will be getting different credit and debit entries from different important areas of SAP CO implementation, namely planning and budgeting, followed by cost center accounting, followed by product cost and controlling, followed by controlling and profitability analysis, that is COPA. So from all the different areas of SAP controlling module, we will be getting different credit and debit entries. And based on this different credit and debit entries generated from different areas of SAP CO module, we will be generating the balance sheets based on the requirement. And similarly, all the consultants will be getting strong understanding on how to implement the end-to-end configuration setup in the CO module for generating various reports in the cost management accounting module. Because as we have already discussed about this, once after getting the inputs from different business applications like product costing and controlling, similarly from controlling and profitability analysis, similarly from planning and budgeting, similarly from cost center and profit center accounting, and similarly based on the different input entries like different credit and debit entries, we are able to generate the reports based on the requirement. And once after completing this complete CO module, all the consultants are able to understand very strongly on how to design, on how to implement, on how to execute, on how to support the end-to-end project in the SAP CO module. So these are all the important advantages for a CO consultant once after completing this CO module successfully. So we have discussed many different advantages for CO consultants once after completing the CO module, namely controlling area configuration, cost center accounting configuration, profit center accounting configuration, product costing configuration, controlling and profitability analysis, that is COPA configuration, similarly planning and budgeting configuration. So based on the different inputs and input data, that is based on the different debit and credit entries, we are going to draw a balance sheet, and also we are going to create a report based on the input data from different important implementation scenarios like product costing, different important scenarios like COPA, that is controlling and profitability analysis, and also from different important areas like this profit center as well as cost center accounting. So we are able to draw a balance sheet as well as we are able to generate reports. And similarly, the major advantage is that once after completing successfully this SAP CO module, all the CO consultants are able to design, able to implement, able to execute, and able to support the end-to-end life cycle in the SAP CO module based on the client's requirement. So in this video, we have discussed very clearly about the advantages of learning this SAP CO module and advantages of implementing CO module, and what are all the important configurations to be implemented, and what are all the important reports and balance sheets we have to create based on the different debit and credit entries that has been generated from different SAP CO configurations like product costing configuration, COPA configuration, that is controlling and profitability analysis configuration, different data what we are generated from profit center and cost center accounting, different data we have generated from internal orders, different data we have generated from planning and budgeting, different data we have generated from different applications in the CO module. So finally, once after completing successfully this SAP CO module, all the consultants are able to implement the end-to-end CO module for their clients based on the requirement. And about myself, I want to introduce myself to you. I am Raja. I am having more than 20 plus years of experience in the SAP industry. I have worked as a consultant. I have worked as a delivery head. I have worked as a practice head for many projects. I have done many implementation, production support, rollout and upgrade projects as well. And regarding my on-site experience, I have more than 5 years of on-site experience in Middle East and Europe, handling Middle East and European clients. And regarding my certification areas and interests, I have done my certification in finance. I have done my certification in business process planning and consolidation, which is one of the advanced module for consolidation reporting. And also I have completed my certification in Simple Finance, that is S/4HANA Simple Finance. And also I have completed my certification in S/4HANA Simple Logistics, which involves material management, sales and distribution and production planning. And also I have completed my certification in Central Finance module of SAP S/4HANA for reporting. And very recently I have completed my certification in Business and Revenue Innovation Management, that is SAP BRIM application. That's all about myself. So in this video, we have very clearly discussed about the advantages of learning this CO module and what are the important implementation areas to be carried out in SAP CO module, and what are the areas that the consultants has to concentrate more in CO module. So we have discussed very clearly about the overall advantages of learning this SAP CO module. In our later videos, we will discuss about how to implement SAP ECC and also how to use this ASAP methodology for implementing SAP CO module in our traditional SAP ECC system, as well as how to implement S/4HANA Simple Finance as well as S/4HANA Management Accounting in S/4HANA system using SAP Activate methodology. There are two different implementation methodologies are available. If we are implementing SAP CO module in our traditional ECC system, then we have to use SAP accelerated SAP methodology. Similarly, if we are implementing S/4HANA projects, then we have to use SAP Activate methodology for implementing this end-to-end S/4HANA Management Accounting projects. In this video, we have very clearly discussed about all the advantages, and we have discussed about ASAP methodology of implementation. Similarly, we have discussed about different important areas of SAP CO module as well. In our next video, we will discuss very clearly about different methodologies of implementation both in ECC and S/4HANA. Thank you.